going on, guys? HyperX here, and today is a good day because I'm going to be unboxing the PS5. Of course, massive shout out to Sony for very kindly sending this to me early, and today we're going to be unboxing it and taking a look at the hardware, just kind of the outside, look at the controller, look at the console, compare it to the size of like other consoles, and very soon after, I'll of course be able to share some more stuff with you. Of course, there's different dates that I can talk about different things, so when it comes to showing you guys some gameplay for some different games, then you're going to have to wait a little bit longer, but safe to say, there's a lot of PS5 stuff coming on the channel very soon, so if you guys are excited for the console, excited for the games, then stick around, turn on notifications, stay subscribed. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. But let's not waste any time and let's begin. First things first, this box is massive. I mean, kind of stating the obvious, I know a lot of people have seen this on the console, but this is a big console. Anyway, let's begin. Get my trusty, got a new knife this time, guys. I realise as well, this might not be my brightest idea. Not that I can change it, but I have a white desk, and PS5 is white, but still, whatever. We slide this out, and move this outside shield there. We then have this white box here. Right, so what do we have? First things first, we have a box that contains some stuff, and we have the console itself. Woo, here we go. Yep, that's it. That's the box. It's empty. All right, cool. Put that down here. We're going to take a look at the console in just a second. I've got to save the best thing till last. Got to make sure you guys stick around and watch the video, right? So inside this box, we have the controller itself, which I'll take a look at in a minute. I'm incredibly excited to check out the controller because I haven't tried it yet, but I've heard loads of people raving about it. It's one of those things where beforehand, when people spoke about, got a charging cable there, USB-C, which is great. Yeah, when people kind of spoke about controllers and you hear things like haptic feedback, you're like, yeah, it's probably a marketing spiel, but everyone's like, yo, the controller is really good. So I'm very excited for that. We have the paperwork. We also have the stand for the console, depending on, of course, how you wish to position it. So I will put that there. And we also have HDMI 2.1. So let me just go and put this over here for a second. You take the controller out. Ooh, this is very nice. Out of the packaging, clear some space on the desk. Right, here's what's inside the white box. Stand, power cable, no brick, just straight into the console, straight into the wall. USB-C, HDMI 2.1, some instructions. Let's move these. Right, controller. This, first things first, feels incredibly nice. This is, so to compare it, this is the original PlayStation controller. This is the original Xbox One controller. This is the Xbox Series X controller. Whoop, there we go. And if you want an extra comparison, then we can just about fit this on the desk. This is the Nintendo Switch Pro controller. Now, I've always been, of all these controllers, Xbox and Nintendo Switch controllers have always been my favorite from a form factor point of view. I feel like the Nintendo Switch controller is close enough to being the perfect controller for me. I just like the way it feels. I love the bumpers, the triggers, everything like that. When you compare it to like the original PlayStation controller, I always felt like it was a little bit small for me, but the main thing is, of course, triggers and bumpers were not too bad. However, this new controller, I like this a lot. This feels really good. It's kind of like the perfect halfway house between the PlayStation 4 controller and the Xbox/Nintendo Switch controller. You do still, of course, have the aligned analog sticks. You have very, very nice buttons. They're slightly soft to the touch. So, you kind of got like instead of a very kind of definitive like press, you have a slightly sort of squishier feel, but not in a bad way. The triggers feel really nice. They are still shaped in a very similar manner to the previous PlayStation controller, but they do feel very nice. Of course, once I actually get to turn it on and then install the hardware, or the kind of firmware, should I say, then I can find out what this haptic feedback is all about. But in terms of feel, this is a very, very comfortable controller to hold. I think especially if you've got bigger hands, you're gonna like this one a lot. So, controller. Now, let's take a look at the console. So, should put my hand there just in case I don't want it to fall when it comes out. There we go. The moment of truth. This is no small console. Opening that. Ooh, okay. You know what? It might just be the lighting. I do have like a slightly blue light in my room. But you know what? This is a very nice looking console. Like I know when it was first revealed, a lot of people were kind of quite divided. Some people just thought it looked really weird, some people quite liked it. I really liked the design of it. I'm just a big fan of consoles that do something different, like in their sort of design, and this is very, very nice. It is also quite weighty. I like the sort of twisted. It's not like a completely flat plate. There's kind of a curvature to it, which is nice. You've got the PlayStation cutout logo there. Of course, on the front, we have the USB cable, a USB-C port, which is nice. We of course have the power button and the eject button, because this is the physical version that has the disc tray, because yeah, I mean, I know we download most of our games these days, but I kind of still want to have a disc tray just because it's nice to have. Then of course in the back, we have a Kensington lock up at the top. We have two super fast USB ports. We have the Ethernet port, HDMI 2.1 port, and the power port, and that is pretty much it on the outside. You do of course have these really nice details on the inside here. I'll put some B-roll on where you got this nice texture on the inside, and of course it's made out of the actual buttons, so square, circle, triangle, and X, which is really nice. You got the Sony logo in there, and of course, I mean, I can't turn it on at this current moment in time, but we have seen, of course, from other people that have turned it on, when you do, you get this nice blue light that's inside there. So yeah, that's incredibly cool. But let's take a look at it in terms of size comparison. So this is the PlayStation, and this is the old PS4. So you can see, you know, height-wise, it's definitely taller, but in terms of depth, the PlayStation 4 is actually like a longer, kind of deeper console in that respect. So kind of different there. Take a look at the old Xbox One X. You can of course see it's bigger than that. And we do also have the Xbox Series X here. So again, you can see height-wise, you know, it's definitely taller. It's potentially going to struggle in some media centers, but you know what? I mean, I want this on display. I don't want to hide it in a cabinet. I don't want to put it behind a bookcase. I want it to be on show, so I'm kind of cool with it. Oh wait, I almost completely forgot. The stand. If you guys have seen this before, then you know that the stand actually has two different configurations. So on this side, if you spin it around, you can then twist the plate this way. This actually reveals a screw. If you want to, you know, fasten it officially and screw it into the bottom of your console, you can do so. But in this configuration, where the back of it is in line, you can see that basically you can twist it this way or this way. So in this configuration, you stand it like this. What you can do is you can then take the console and you can sit it on here, like so. So basically you have a little sort of stand if you want it to kind of be secure. I mean, it's a heavy enough, meaty enough console that you probably don't really need the stand, but you might just want to have it elevated off the ground. So that's your option. Alternatively, if you want to fasten it to the side of your console, then what you can do is you take this, clip it on the side to round about the middle region, slots in like that, and then you can quite simply lay it down, and you can adjust it, of course, based on where it needs to be, about there, and then it sits sideways. I have no intention of placing this sideways because I like my consoles to be standing up. But for the time being, that is kind of a quick unboxing experience. Let's have a look at the PlayStation 5. Honestly, as mentioned, like, I really like the look of it. I think it's a really cool console. I'm incredibly excited for both the new consoles. Like, next generation is just like Christmas for gamers. So it's a time of year where regardless of what's coming out, it's just a cool time to be a gamer, right? There's loads of games to play, loads of consoles to try out, lots of new things. So yeah, I'm excited. But for the time being, that is pretty much it. That was a look at the PS5. Again, as a reminder, I will have lots of video content over on the channel for the PS5, you know, over the coming days. So if you guys are excited for things like Spider-Man, Godfall, Demon's Souls, Astro's Playroom. In fact, what do you guys want to see? Let me know in the comments down below now that I have this, and of course over the coming days when different embargoes lift, I'll be able to show you different things. So if there's something particular you want to know, then let me know in the comments down below and I can make some dedicated videos. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget, if you haven't already done so, you can join the HyperX Gaming Discord. We've got an awesome community over there with so many different channels for you to chat loads of different topics and different games. I'm in there, the team's in there if you guys want to chat with us, find people to play with. It's just in general a great place to be. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to turn on those notifications so you don't miss any of our future uploads.